In this module, we will cover the features and functions of the Chat70, Chat70U, Chat170, and the Chat-Attach170. The Chat70 was created by CleareOne to fill the need for a hands-free speakerphone for individuals using Microsoft's unified communications platform, Lync. Unlike the Chat50, the Chat70 is a USB-only device that was specifically designed for use with Microsoft Lync. The Chat70 brings HD Conference, the trademark suite of high-performance audio processing technologies, to your Microsoft Lync conference call, providing crystal clear speech for easy, natural conversations. The Chat70 features include a single microphone and single speaker. The microphone on the Chat70 is designed to deliver an ideal pickup range of about 120 degrees as the unit faces you. However, the pickup capability of the Chat70 picks up in a 360-degree pattern quite nicely. The Chat70 also includes acoustic echo cancellation, full duplex audio, noise cancellation, volume and mute controls, and a USB audio interface. Providing true plug-and-play operation, the Chat70 requires no drivers to be installed. Just plug it into a USB port and all incoming Lync calls ring on the Chat70. Also available is the Chat70U. The Chat70U is identical to the Chat70 with the addition of a call control button to answer and disconnect Lync calls. The Chat170 is the industry's first group speakerphone compatible with Microsoft Lync. Just like the Chat70, the Chat170 requires no drivers to be installed. Just plug it into a USB port and all incoming Lync calls ring on the Chat170 for true plug-and-play operation. The Chat170 features include a single integrated loudspeaker, 3 unidirectional microphones with auto-gating or voice activation that adaptively tracks to the room's ambient noise, first mic priority, distributed echo cancellation, full duplex audio, noise cancellation on each microphone, volume and mute control, USB audio interface. Unlike the Chat150, the Chat170 is a USB audio interface only. The enterprise telephone and VC breakout boxes used on the Chat150 are not available for the Chat170. The Chat-Attach170 expands your Microsoft Lync conferencing to medium or large conference rooms while maintaining all the features of the Chat170. Chat-Attach170 consists of 2 Chat170s linked together via a provided 10-foot Lync cable for a total of 6 unidirectional mics and 2 loudspeakers. This helps ensure even distribution of microphones and loudspeakers in larger conferencing environments. Mute and volume control are tied together, allowing for global control from either Chat170. Both the Chat70 and the Chat170 are powered over USB. However, the Chat-Attach170 requires external power via the provided power supply. The Chat70, 70U, and 170 are designed for use with Microsoft Lync applications, so no configuration is required. Because of this, the Chat software application, when connected to a Chat70, 70U, or 170, is limited to firmware updates only. The update firmware screen displays the current firmware version, unit name, and checks CleareOne's website for available firmware and device database updates. You can also browse for new firmware files and update manually. Time for a practice quiz. How does the Chat70 differ from the Chat50? A. The Chat70 is fully compatible with Microsoft Lync. B. The Chat70 is USB only, no line in or line out audio port. C. All of the above. The correct answer is C. All of the above. The Chat70 is a USB only device that is fully compatible with Link. Incoming calls will ring on a Chat70, but not the Chat170. True or false? The correct answer is false. Link calls ring on both the Chat70 and 170. Which of the following are requirements to use the Chat170 with enterprise phones? A. Enterprise phone breakout box sold separately. B. Chat software to reconfigure the Chat170. C. Enterprise phone connection is not an option on the Chat170. The correct answer is C. Enterprise phone connection is not an option on the Chat70. This application requires a Chat150. Thank you for your time. And as always, you can learn more about our products by visiting www.clearone.com.